Hello and welcome back to Humanizer, our free and open source 3D character creator for Godot 4. So you probably saw that I just uploaded a video demonstrating all of the features in my Humanizer example menu, which is in a separate repository, and this is meant to show you how to integrate all of the functions of Humanizer with an in-game creator. However, I made a mistake in the setup portion of that, so I just wanted to re-record this. Basically, you don't want to override the Humanizer global, you just want to set the config resource instead. So I'll show you how to get this working in your environment. As you can see, I've put the Humanizer example menu in its own repository, and I'll put a link to this in the description. So then you'll go to your working directory and open in terminal and use the git clone command and paste the repository name, so the GitHub link, and let it download. So now it's created the Humanizer example folder, and in my experience you can't just download the submodule. You do have to open it in Godot first at least once, or else it's not going to, it won't work. It just crashes for some reason, and I don't know why that is. But basically, you'll just import the Humanizer example that it just made, and then it'll throw an error for the dependencies, which we expect. So load failed due to, so you just want to close that and close the project. Then you'll want to copy the link to the Humanizer main plugin, which I'll put a link to that as well. And then in your example menu folder, create a new folder for add-ons and open in terminal. Then you'll want to use the git submodule add and paste the name Humanizer repository link. And at the end, you'll want to specify Humanizer with a lowercase h to set the folder name, and let that run. So this will take some time since it's quite a large plugin. And once it's done downloading, then you can open up the project again in Godot. So now it's going to need to import all of the images that you just downloaded, so let that run as well. And once it's done loading everything, then you can go to the project settings, make sure that the Humanizer plugin is enabled, and then in the auto load, you'll double click on the Humanizer global scene and select the Humanizer config node, and then you'll want to, under the config dropdown, click load, and then load the Humanizer global config.tres, which is in the root directory of the example menu project. So this is outside of Humanizer. And then you'll want to save that. And you will need to override this config resource every time you update the Humanizer plugin, because it will just set it back to the default when you run the pull. So you'll need to, again, load it, and it'll throw errors. So it'll say it can't find the crude tank top resource, and that's how you'll know that you need to update the config, but in your own project, just keep that in mind. So that just includes the new remote input folder for the extra clothing and thumbnails. So now once you have everything set up, you should be able to just click the arrow and the menu will work. So let's just make sure. As you can see, it does need to be optimized, and Matt and I are working on some things to do that. So here we are. The menu does work. So now you should have everything you need to implement the custom character creator in your own game. And I did want to thank our Patreons for supporting us. So thank you Terrence, Artigus, Alexander, Gregory, and Bert for your donations. We really appreciate it, and it helps us continue making free and open source tools for the Godot community. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.